I'm your boy, Bed Boy, and welcome back to the BBN Podcast. Today I'm just joined by my co-host, Brent.
Hey.
And first and foremost, the very first thing I'm going to say in this podcast is I apologize. I can't speak for everybody, but I apologize for the last racist podcast
Yes.
that we have.
We apologize. We both apologize for that.
Yeah, I actually felt really bad about it, so much so that I only let it stay up until this morning. So I was gonna let it stay up until we record the next podcast, and which is now. Which, if you're wondering, is we're recording it Friday, so you guys will see it Monday. So we're recording this on Friday, the 29th, so you guys will see it on the following Monday. But I let it stay up until now. Now it is privatized, so you cannot watch it anymore. Because I figured whoever was going to watch it has watched it. So now I apologize for anybody who was offended by it. But we are back with another one to replace it. And no, it is not dead. We were just taking the week before and the week of Christmas break off.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I was...
Yes.
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 I told Brent that I was going to be playing Star Wars for this one, and he was in... Or no, it was... When was it? Like last night? I was playing Star Wars.
Last night you were playing.
Yeah, last night I was playing Star Wars, and he was just making Yoda voices the whole time. I actually think that it's a stream on my channel. So, you can watch that stream if you want to, if you haven't already. Because it was pretty funny, to be honest.
Yeah, it was really funny. Go watch yourself.
Yeah. But, so without further ado, let's get into the first topic. So, first topic's gonna be about drugs.
Well, I'm known. My state's known for that. Let's go, boys.
This was posted on the 28th. Pregnant women in California have been part of a study where they were asked, do you smoke marijuana? The study found that 1 in 14 pregnant women smoked pot while pregnant. They also found that since their study in 2009, the usage of marijuana in pregnant women has gone up 7.5% to 2016. So between 2009 to 2016, it went up 7.5% of the amount of women who smoke weed while pregnant.
That's like actually horrible.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand who in their right mind would do that shit, to be honest. Like, smoke weed? No problem. I don't care if you self-medicate, if you just do it for fun. I honestly don't care. But when you start bringing an unborn child into it, and you start fucking smoking with an unborn child in your fucking stomach or whatever, that's when you're just kind of like, alright, listen here.
That's
you
whenever,
fat cunt.
I mean, like, you can have your opinions on marijuana. I mean, in the state that we live in, I mean, it's illegal, but if you live in states where it's legal and you do it, whatever. But if you are pregnant or planning to be pregnant, okay, first of all, if you're planning to be pregnant and you're smoking weed, just take that plan right out of it. And if you are, you need to stop, because like that's like,
yeah,
that's horrible.
Do not smoke weed while pregnant. Tastes not good.
That should be put into law. Like,
don't do any substance. Weed, alcohol, anything. Legal or illegal. Don't do it when you're fucking pregnant.
It's legal, yeah.
That is what messes kids up.
And wonder if my mom did any drugs or anything whenever she was pregnant. I mean, look at me.
Yeah, I mean, my mom has downright admitted to me that she did smoke a tad bit while she was pregnant with me. But she said that she only did it like twice, and it was only when she like needed it because her like premarital cramps were like really bad or something like that. Which, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about doing it like once or twice. I mean, you shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah, you shouldn't do it at all, but like, if you're a religious, then that's even worse than just doing it once or twice.
If you have to do it like once or twice, it's kind of like meh, you know? But like, if you smoke it like every single day that you're pregnant in the morning, almost like it's fucking medicine, alright? I don't care if you do that normally, but not when you're fucking preggers, alright? That's no bueno.
Not when you're what? Preggers?
Yeah, not when you're preggers.
That's what you said.
Don't do it when you're fucking preggers, my guy. Don't smoke weed.
Preggers, you should not smoke.
Exactly, don't smoke when preggers. Caution! Smoking while preggers is prohibited. But yeah, alright. So that was the first topic. We can move on to the
And by the way,
What?
for you guys also, I apologize that this one might be shorter. I don't know about Ben, but I apologize because, I mean, there's only 2 of us and we can't really keep talk up for a good 30 minutes per topic, so.
That's true. Okay, excuse me, sir. I'm gonna need you to stop shooting that AT-AT at me. I know I'm not supposed to talk about gameplay, but that was fucking terrifying. And it needed to stop. Alright, so the next thing is 2 animals. I have 2 animals topics. We're just gonna start with the one. The one was on the 27th. Deep in the southern state of India, called Kerala, there lives a crocodile. This croc's name is Babia. Babia has lived in that pond for 70 years now. And it is, get this, a vegetarian crocodile. The local monks believe that the croc is the guardian of the temple, and the animal only eats the rice that is hand-fed to it.
Are you kidding me?
No, so it's
a crocodile. It's not a
yeah, but it
baby.
it doesn't eat anything else other than the rice that the people give it. Hand-fed.
Wait, time out. Aren't alligators supposed or crocodiles supposed to eat a little bit more than rice? I mean, I don't know the dietary nutritious values of freaking alligator food or crocodile food, but pretty sure they're supposed to have a little bit more than just some rice.
I mean, hey, it could be a lot of fucking rice, and it only eats what is hand-fed to it.
I'm pretty sure they're supposed to have, like, meat or something.
Supposed to, but this one
know.
doesn't eat meat. For whatever stupid reason. I have no clue.
He's a vegetarian crocodile.
I just know what I read off of the fucking thing, okay? It's a vegetarian crocodile that only eats the hand-fed rice that it gets. So the second one is an animals/science topic, but I just roped it under animals with the other one because it's just a lot better if they are both wrapped up into one. It makes it just simplistic.
Yeah.
But this one was on the 26th. Entomologists have found a new rare hybrid species of bird in the Amazon. The golden-crowned manakin is a species of bird believed to be a new hybrid of bird between the opal-crowned manakin and the snow-capped manakin. So it's like a new hybrid species of bird that exists now.
Dear God.
Which you'd think is pretty, like, fucked. But I saw the pictures of it, and it's honestly just kind of like... The other two birds were basically green birds with, like, little bits of color on their heads. And basically what this new one is the same thing, just with a different color. So the first two are, like, red and... The first two are, like, red, and... The one is red and the one is white, and then this one is, like, yellow.
Oh.
So it's not, like, too terribly different, but it's just interesting that the birds somehow procreated in a way that made a hybrid.
That's kind of cool, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's kind of like humans and gay people. It's like...
Oh, dear God.
If gay people could impregnate each other, we'd get some seriously wacky-ass shit.
That is true. That is very true.
Like, if a man could stick his dick in another man's butt and have him shit out a baby.
Okay, listen here.
I mean, hey, I'm not wrong. Listen.
Yeah, but just the way you described it, it's kind of disturbing.
Is it, though? Or is it just right?
It is! I mean, it's not politically correct.
Is it actually not, or are you just saying that?
No, it's not.
Fast and hard.
But anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
but anyway.
There's just awkward silence, but so.
So, real quick for the future of the podcast, Ben, don't play Star Wars as the background game. It is really hard to concentrate on talking and playing this game at the same time. It's just like when what other game did we play that was really hard to do it? GTA. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's because it's new. Like, for Call of Duty, I can just kind of, like, idly do muscle memory and shit. But since this game is still new to me, I kind of have to, like, half use my brain to know where I'm going, or else I'm just running in circles doing nothing.
So what's the next topic?
The next topic is a strange one. This happened on the 28th. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police have found what looks to be a Pepsi machine that was just randomly left in the middle of a local's potato field. The police are looking for any leads pertaining to the arrest of the person who left it there. To make this story even worse, the machine was actually found on September 29th, and it is only now coming out in the media that it was found.
I'm sorry, repeat this?
So basically, the Canadian Mounted Police found a Pepsi machine in the middle of a potato field. And they did not tell anybody about it since September. And now the case has gone cold because, I don't know, apparently the Canadian Mounted Police have nothing better to do than arrest somebody for leaving a Pepsi machine. And the case has gone cold. Now they're asking the public because he was gonna, because the person was gonna be the person would be arrested for, I don't know the exact charges and it didn't say the charges, but my guess, since you know I'm a law expert, okay, I play GTA RP.
Unit 91. Like that crap. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but it would probably be they'd probably find a way to throw vandalism in there. Definitely robbery and some sort of loitering.
That's just stupid. Hey Ben, I know what we have to, what we're gonna set up for our next RP.
Alright. So the next topic isn't really a news topic, it's just a story that I have, and I wanted to write it down because I specifically wanted to tell this story. So, I was at work, and and there was this guy, okay? I don't know the guy, I didn't even get a name, nothing. I just know that this guy had come in, and he had left his car running in the parking lot because he had to get his battery jumped, I guess, and he couldn't shut it off without getting it jumped again.
Do you know that's technically illegal?
Well, either way, I don't really care, because he got his just desserts when he was in the checkout line and overheard myself and a couple other people next to the whatchamacallit desk. The fucking customer service desk. It was me and a couple other people were talking next to the customer service desk, and he overheard that his, what's the thing called that keeps your engine cool that holds, like, the antifreeze and stuff? I forget what it's called.
Coolant?
No, like, the part of the engine that holds the antifreeze. I forget what it's called.
I don't know, but anyway.
Well, it had overflowed. So all this fluid was coming out of the bottom of his car, and it was smoking like a bitch. Like, it was cold outside, so that didn't help, but it was so... I cannot begin to describe how much smoke there was. Like, it was to the point where if you went in that general vicinity of the parking lot, it was like a fucking smoke popped off because some, like, Navy SEAL got shot and they had to medically treat him. Like, it was terrible. And so eventually he came running out there, and he was freaking out, and, like, he tried at one point to ask me if we sold antifreeze, and I was like, I don't know, let me go check. And he was like, hurry, and, like, I don't know. He was really weird because he walked out there with his cart full of groceries, got in his car, drove off. And we were like, oh, did he just leave his groceries behind? Like, what's happening? Like, 2 minutes later, he pulls back up into the parking space, gets out, and just, like, blows his groceries in, and then just dicks with his engine. So, like, my guess is, apparently, I guess he might have thought that just driving off and driving around a bit would fix the problem somehow. But it did.
Funny.
Why would you drive if your engine is smoking? Because I thought it was an engine fire at first, to be entirely honest. Because if you see a car smoking out of its hood profusely like that, you'd think that it might be an engine fire, but I looked through the grill and I didn't see any, like, orange flames or anything, so I have no fucking clue. Oh, I think it was the radiator. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. I don't know. I like cars, but I don't know engines or anything like that.
There was this one time, this was, like, last year, so I was still riding the bus and stuff, and the route that we take home, we have to go through a couple main roads. And at this one intersection, super busy intersection, I always look out the front of the bus and sometimes, and I just see this car flying up a hill, smoking, crash into a telephone pole, and lay in a ditch. And it was so funny because the lady got out of the car and went, like, just walked around the car. It's like, what?
It's like, no, I wasn't going 80, slammed into a telephone pole and get out of the car with no scratches and go, oh.
She was, like, sitting at the intersection, her car started smoking, and she drove forward. Excuse me?
Yeah, and then hits a telephone pole.
Yeah, excuse me, did you just understand I do point that I'm pretty not supposed to drive a car while it's fucking smoking, okay? Let me just tell you that. If you drive a car while it's smoking...
You're a fucking idiot.
You're an idiot. You really need to get them out there.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're a retard, bro.
You're a fucking idiot. Alright, so the last topic is a gaming topic, and I had a lot of fun writing this one and reading this one and all that. So gaming topic, this was posted on the 26th. Since it is Christmas, a lot of kids wanted to get and have gotten PS4s and Xbox Ones for Christmas, but they have to go through the 20-hour software updates to get on. What I thought when I saw this, honestly, was, motherfuckers, you have to go through what we had to go through. Haha, fuck you.
Christmas gnomes.
Yeah, because we all had to do that. Like,
oh yeah.
The software updates, I'm pretty sure are not very different at all. Like, some people's were up to like 17 hours. Like, I remember mine was like 15 and a half when I wasn't playing a game, and then it still took like a whole day when it was in rest mode, so like,
Yeah.
trust me, there is no difference. Y'all are getting the same experience that we did.
Yep.
Like, ours took forever, y'all motherfuckers is gonna take forever.
It's just because it's a new system and they have to put everything on it. You know, but
Yeah, I don't know what else to really talk about. I mean, that's all the topics.
I don't know if this was mentioned at all in one of our previous broadcasts, but there was two Pennsylvania. I think I did mention it, but I'm gonna mention it again just in case we didn't. There was two Pennsylvania state troopers that were caught on film saying they pulled over a guy who was suspected for DUI, and then he was like tested and everything, and he was DUI, and they were caught on film saying, "Hey, do you mind if I take this one? I have to fill my quota for the month."
Oh no.
Yeah. He said he's like, "I'm one off of filling my quota," and the other officer replied, "Yeah, sure, go ahead. I already filled it this month."
Damn.
Like, that's scary to think of, especially like where we live, Ben. Like,
yeah. I don't agree. I never agreed with police officers needing quotas to be filled by the end of the month.
The thing is, it's personal quotas. That's what most people don't understand.
Like, if there's gonna be any quotas, I feel like it should be per department.
Well, that's not, quotas aren't a thing, truly. They're all more personal. There's not like a set thing that says you have to get this many arrests or this many pullovers in a month.
Yeah. It's just really annoying it's just really annoying to think about that these cops are like competing with each other and shit.
Yeah. And like, you could be a victim just because they're trying to fill a, like, you could maybe have like a burnt out bulb for your license plate and they'll pull you over and give you the ticket because they're trying to beat each other, you know?
Yeah. It's you know, there's
annoying to think about.
There's a term that gets thrown around a lot in the world, and quotas for police officers, and not official ones, because official ones don't really exist. I'm talking about, like, obviously these personal ones. Quotas definitely fit that description, and that word is corruption.
Yeah.
Like, if you are a police officer and you're competing with other people to fulfill a quota, you need to stop. You're not helping, you're not impressing your fellow officers, you're not helping yourself out, you're not helping anybody else out.
To protect and serve your community.
Not try to screw them over.
Yeah, that's harming your community at that point.
Yeah. Cops need to chill, man.
Oh, also, there was a shooting, I forget where it was at, and a cop shot a man in his back when he was running away from him after they stopped him. I don't know the reason for the stop, but police officers, there was a video of it, and police officers shot a man running away, but it was deemed what's it called? Like a not like a good shooting, but it was deemed like a lawful shooting because the officer saw a gun in his pocket, and as the man ran away, he put his hand near that pocket, and they thought that he was gonna pull the gun on him, so they shot him dead. And then there was like huge protest. I want to say it was Vegas. No, not Vegas. Los Angeles.
Huh.
But there was like a lot of protests and stuff, and like the cop had to move states and stuff, like, from where he was working.
See, that's the thing,
And it was,
though.
like, bad.
You also have to think about, like, the cop's perspective and stuff. That's why I like the videos and stuff, like those raw videos about that kind of shit, because, like, for example, my friend Shaquin, you know Shaquin, he posted on Facebook a video clip of this cop shooting down this man in a hotel because they were getting reports of a guy brandishing a firearm out of a hotel window on, like, X floor, X room, right?
Yeah.
And since those reports, obviously, there was this one officer, and he was completely alone, and he had backup on the way, but he had one at gunpoint, and he had an AR-15, and he was staring this guy down, and he had that guy down on his knees, and the guy was pleading for his life. But then, when he told the dude to get... But then, the guy was like, I feel like I'm gonna fall down. Because he was just on his knees, and the officer said, well, if you're gonna fall down, fall on your face and make sure you stick your hands straight out on the floor away from your body. And the dude was like, okay, okay. So he bent over onto his hands and knees, and then he was just about to lay flat on the ground, but the dumbass decided to reach and pull up his shorts. And I shit you not, from the angle of the camera and from the angle that the officer could see, I don't blame the cop for shooting him, because the angle at which the dude pulled his pants up looked like he was reaching in the pocket for a gun. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Wow.
Like, it did look like he was reaching for a gun, and all these people were, including the news outlet that, like, showed the video, were very biased, and they were like, how dare this officer, the trial... What you talked about for your lawful shooting, I don't think that was lawful because his back was turned. The officer could have, you know... You said that the guy had his back turned. Was the guy running?
He was running. He was running away.
Okay, then yeah, I can see that being a lawful shooting, depending on the angle at which the officer was. But like this one, that was like, it was like a pure video, and you could see it, and it sucks that it had to happen. And after the fact, they did not find a firearm on the guy. But at the same time, you have to think, what if you were in that cop's position? You're not looking to get shot.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing about today's politics and today's police officers and everything, that people see it from the point of view of the police officers. I know in Pennsylvania there was 3 state troopers killed on a traffic stop. Or no, not a traffic stop, a domestic violence call. 3 state troopers were killed, and you only heard about it in the local news. Like,
but then the minute
it's like everything shuts down and everything breaks down, you know, like.
Well, I mean, in this circumstance, yeah, that guy was innocent because he didn't have a firearm on him, and it was only a report from somebody talking from street level that was looking up and thought that they saw it.
Okay, you're a police officer entering alone into a room by yourself with a man at gunpoint who supposedly has a weapon. You don't know that or not, and he goes down and reaches towards his pants. After you told him to keep his hands out.
Yeah, the video wasn't in his hotel room. He was walking down the hallway towards the hotel room, and the guy came out of the room and he had him at gunpoint. So that the guy with the gun was supposedly in. And you're telling me that it wasn't right for him to shoot him when it looked...
Not take that
no
easily.
risk,
like,
no risk, like, no tolerance.
You're there to protect the community, but you're also there to protect yourself at the end of the day.
And let's just say, in a hypothetical situation, that guy was actually armed. If he would have shot that officer and killed him, who says that that guy wouldn't have then ran down the hallway, took the elevator down to ground level, and then started going off on, like, a mass shooting like we hear about in the news and shit? Like...
Yeah. That's the thing. People don't understand, but police officers are so well trained. Okay, there are going to be corrupt officers in the world, but there's corrupt people throughout the whole entire world. It's going to happen. But people do not understand the training, the massive amount of training that officers have to do for reactions like that. So they don't take the wrong reaction. That way they think things through before they get to the scene. They do so many things that people don't understand. And whenever something once happens that maybe could possibly a mistake or could change, that could be a change, like, people go crazy.
First order conceals.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's just my point of view on things. Now, as well, are there corrupt officers, and have I seen corrupt officers? Yeah. Of course, I've seen videos of officers killing innocent people. I can tell you one now. There was, I forget where it was at, but there was 3 officers putting a guy from a I think it was a party or something. I forget what it was, but they were putting him in the back of a transport vehicle, and they choked him out and killed him. And he wasn't doing anything.
I vaguely remember that. I also remember.
You remember that video?
Yeah, I remember. I also remember another video. Now, the video didn't show the murder, but the video showed everything leading right up to it, and I remember it was all over the news when it happened. There was a video and a time where there was this one, like, black kid, I remember, and he was at gunpoint by, like, several...
Ferguson.
No. Yeah! No, the video was after he was down on the ground and shot, and it was all the officers walking up to him, but, like, when it happened, it was only the one officer and then the kid. And there were no other officers around. The officers were on the way. Kind of like that hotel shooting that I was talking about? Yeah. But then didn't the kid get, like... the cop told him to turn around, and he turned around, and then the cop emptied, like, 16 rounds in his back or something like that? Like, he emptied the whole clip into him?
Ferguson, I think... don't quote me on this, but Ferguson, I believe the officer was found not guilty.
Well, yeah, this one, he wasn't either. I don't remember what this case was called, but it was this black kid and a cop. And this guy got shot 16 times in the back. Basically, the mag was emptied on this kid. And, so the mag was emptied on this kid, and then the other officers showed up, and when the first officer, like... The first officer told the other officers, when the other officers asked what happened, the first officer was like, he pulled a gun. And then went into his cruiser, before the other officer showed up, went into his cruiser and, like, planted another gun on him or something. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly how it happened, but I just remember there were, like, 16 rounds put into this black kid's back, and it was, like, this whole race thing, and the cop was ended up found not guilty, because according to them, the gun was found on him. I don't remember. It was some big controversy back then.
Yeah. I don't think that was Ferguson, but I'm not 100% sure. But first of all, that's completely against training. Training shows that you're only supposed to take 3 shots, pause, and then 3 more shots if the suspect continues to do anything like movements, like towards a weapon or anything. It's a 3-shot system. But...
I just know that there are some fucked up cops in this world, and I'm glad that when we do the RP, we are not conveying those ideals. Part of RPs, and this isn't just for us, this is partially for, like, Polecat and other people. Not only do we do it for fun, but partially one of the reasons why I want to keep strictly good cops as cops in the RPs is to show that, like, what is going through our minds is very common in what go through real-life cops' minds. So, like, for example, in the RP, if I shoot somebody because they have a gun, let's just say if out of RP, he just forgot to put his gun away when he entered the vehicle because GTA logic, even still, I can't just let that slide. Maybe in some circumstances I can, but you can't just let that slide. If somebody gets out of a car with a gun in real life, you're not just gonna go like, oh, well, he must have not have meant to have the gun in his hand when he got out of the car.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Like, what people don't understand for GTA logic is if you're, in our point of view, you're ordering somebody out of a vehicle. We take these things seriously, like if it were our own life. You're ordering somebody out of a vehicle, and you have them at gunpoint for some sort of reason. And they get out of the vehicle with a gun in their hand, automatic reactions to shoot.
Pretty much every single time, yeah.
Unless the guy says, hey, I have a weapon, automatic reaction to shoot.
Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure in the RP we've had moments like what I'm about to talk about now, but I'm pretty sure in the RP we've had moments where I do very actually remember a very recent one where I think it was Shaxter or somebody. It was like some kidnapping that they tried to do,
Yeah.
and then after it was all said and done, we detained the one guy, but then in detainment he said, "Oh yeah, I have a weapon." And then we were like, "Oh really?
Yeah.
Where is it?" And then he
That
told
was-
us the pocket, and we pulled it, and he had a concealed carry, and everything was fine. You're allowed to own
Yeah.
guns. This is America. You just can't draw it on officers. That's when we have a problem.
I remember that one perfectly because it was Shaxter tried to kidnap somebody, and then you called it in, and
Yeah, because it was a 911 call.
Then
Because the kidnapper was a dumbass and didn't take his fucking phone.
then you put a bullet out on the vehicle. I spotted the vehicle, got in a pursuit. He 1050'd. He ran, shot at me, so I killed him because he was shooting at me. And then you are screaming at a guy because he's running up behind me. So we both turn around and detain him, and then he's like, "By the way, I have a gun." Like.
Yeah, but during all of that shooting at us from that other guy, he did not pull his weapon even to shoot at the guy that was shooting at us, which is the correct thing to do. Very rarely will you pulling a gun even to assist officers work. The only way in real life, I'm talking about in real life this time, not in the RP, if you are somebody who has a concealed carry permit and there is like a dangerous situation going on with cops and you have a gun and you think, maybe I can help, you can try. I'm not telling you not to try. Just approach the situation correctly. Don't even draw your gun. Walk up to the cops and be like, or, you know, if it's a whole bunch of cops, don't worry about it. But if it's like one cop taking down a vehicle of like 5 people, you could walk up to the officer and very calmly just look at him and be like, "Officer, if you would like assistance, I'm trained to use the firearm and I have one. Concealed carry. Would you like assistance?" Or something like that.
Not even that, because, I mean, honestly, if I was a cop and you say, "I have a concealed carry, do you want me to assist you holding a car of suspects?" I probably would say no, honestly. Because you never know as a police officer if he will turn around and shoot you.
Yeah, but then, from the civilian's point of view, you at least make that aware to the officer that you're willing to help. If he says no, he says no. And then you just walk away and just be a spectator. Don't worry about it.
The only possible time that I'd say it is safe to use a firearm near a police officer, to assist a police officer, is if that police officer's life is in danger. So he's in a shootout with 2 guys, and you can get a shot on from a safe distance, and you can assist him without either injuring yourself or injuring others around you, do it. But if you have a moment where you think, okay, maybe something could go wrong, do not do it.
I mean, yeah, it's completely circumstantial. Like I mean, if I were a real life cop and I was trying to code 5 for whatever reason, a car full of like 4 people with just me and 1 backup unit, and we knew that they were armed bank robbers, but for some reason they're complying, and some random guy from off the street that I know for a fact is not associated with that crime goes, "Excuse me, sir, I can help you. I'm trained with a firearm. You know, I have, you know, really good, you know, trigger discipline, yada, 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 whatever. I have a concealed carry. Would you like assistance?" I'll be like, "Yeah, go, like, here," and I would pick a spot where I can keep an eye on him, and I'd be like, "Yeah, go here," and just point your weapon at the vehicle and do not have your finger on the trigger. But I would do it in a manner where I have eyes on the guy. I'm not gonna, like, say, just stand behind me and point a gun over my shoulder at these guys.
I
wouldn't
even do that. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I wouldn't even do that with today's generation and doing God knows what. I would not even trust a person to do that. But
See,
I guess
even
it's all based on
I
police
find, yeah,
officers.
I was gonna say I find this conversation interesting because it's all a matter of opinion as well. Now in the RP though, because like in real life I know that there are some genuinely very kind-hearted people, but in the RP, fuck that. This is a video game, motherfucker. We might be pretending it's real life, but at the end of the day, it is a game, and that motherfucker's gonna try to shoot me. I can guarantee you it. So.
Yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to talk
alrighty.
about, to be honest. We are 41 minutes into it, so I think we're good. So
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
I think I'm gonna wrap up this podcast. Leave a like if you enjoyed and actually found this entertaining. We tried our best. I'm gonna be straight up
Can I add
honest.
something?
Sure.
Can I
Go
add
for it.
something? Oh wait, when will this be released?
Monday.
Okay, guys, if you ever want to be part of a LEA RP, as we were talking about today, go ahead and let Ben know or me know, or just email us at lawenforcementagency01@gmail, and we will put you on a mailing list. And if you ever want to RP with us, just go ahead and sign up and tell us you want to RP. Sometime.
if you want to RP with us, email lawenforcementagency01, no capitals, all one word, at gmail.com. We will send you the submission form, the registration form. You fill that out, send it back to us, or you don't even have to do anything. Just fill it out and submit it, and then we will get back to you within a certain amount of time with an answer, whether if you're accepted or not. And if you are accepted, we will add you to the mailing list of emails where we will send you emails and stuff updating you of when we're going to be holding RPs and such, so that way you can stay up to date of when everything's happening.
And if you guys ever want to see content from a different point of view, I know I myself upload every once in a while. No, I won't self-promote. But I upload and then Chase uploads a little bit, so
Yeah,
if you guys ever wanna...
your self-promotion is okay. I will put Crusher's or Brent Tier's channel in the description. Go check him out, because he actually uploads LEA. I have not uploaded it in a long time, and I'm still contemplating actually even recording it and uploading it to begin with. So, if you actually want to go watch some of the shit that we do, go over to his channel. I've been debating live streaming it, as much as this kid tells me, no, don't do it, it's probably gonna be boring. I mean, I don't know what it's actually gonna be like until I try it, so I might try it one time. Maybe you were right, maybe you were wrong, I don't know.
The only thing that I feel like would be a major problem in that is we do a lot of out-of-RP stuff that people don't know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true, but I wouldn't start the stream until after we've started, and I don't know about you, but when we're actually in the RP, yeah, we have a few of those moments, but I don't know about you, but we can be pretty tight-lipped about out-of-RP stuff, and usually when out-of-RP stuff happens in the RP, it's just kind of like little things here and there. The only time it gets really bad is when, like, we have somebody new playing with us. But if everybody knows what they're doing and they're all veterans, there's very little out of RP times where we have to come out of it and say something.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think, depending on the roster, the squad, I think streaming it could be very successful and work. Alrighty, but yeah, anyway, I'm actually going to end the podcast now. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys found it entertaining. We tried to drag it out while still being somewhat entertaining still. So down in the description will be a link to TF Crusher's channel. If you want to check that out, check out some of the LEA videos that he has posted. As well as look out on my channel for further Ghost Recon videos. Have another one coming out, hopefully sometime soon. Hopefully I don't procrastinate as bad as I did with Operation Corrosion Part 2. I procrastinated a fuck ton of time with that. I actually feel bad about how long I procrastinated with that one, to be honest. Make sure to take Notice to when I'm streaming. I'm gonna be streaming again a couple times this week probably. So make sure you take notice to that as well, because it will be happening. Probably some more Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe I'll start the Battlefront 2 campaign here soon, because that is another thing that I wanted to do. But yeah. So also in the description will be donations. If you want to leave a donation to myself, you can be part of the like from the time you donate, whatever podcast is right after that, you'll be part of the live audience, as well as you pledge a minimum of $2 a month to my Patreon. You will be you will have access to every live version of every podcast as long as you are still pledging, and you will get to add your 2 cents into our topics on the podcast and such. So yeah.
Why not 4 cents? Why not 3 cents? Why only 2?
You can contribute as many cents as you want.
What I
So
like to
anyway,
hear.
that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. See you all in the next podcast. Bye-bye.